Running horses.
Yes.
Far side there is Stomping, ridden by Jamie Osborne, trained by Henrietta Knight. Of course, a lot of Henrietta's horses are going to be ridden by Jason Titley this time, but Jamie retains the ride on Stomping. Very, very decent horse by Elzeo, who's having a lot of winners, as you know, flat and jumping. He's put up some really good performances last season. He disappointed in the Triumph Hurdle, but that can be a funny race. But his best performance was when he won the Glenlivet Hurdle at Aintree. He really jumped well that day, always up with the pace. I expect we'll see him up with the pace again. He was second in his final start. That was over at the Punchestown Festival.
They tell me that he'll need the race today. Henrietta Knight can get them ready first time. You see that little line up his tummy? I think that often indicates that they've probably done a bit of work recently and got them ready a bit quick. You know?
Yes. But this is a lovely introduction for the 4-year-olds. I often think the good 4-year-olds from last season, it's difficult for them going into handicaps. They get a lot of weights and handicaps, and we've seen some good horses coming out of this race. Notably, I remember one Celtic Chief came on and nearly won a champion hurdle from this race.
Now we can go along and see Wishing there in the red colours. Mr. Spence, Reg Acres trains. He was a decent horse on fast ground for Richard Hannon. Changed hands for 36,000 guineas and was well touted before making his debut over hurdles, and he did the job very nicely indeed. That was at Cheltenham. Totally different course to this, but he's a class act. He's a hardened pro, even at the age of 4. And the ground today, even though they say it is good, certainly wouldn't be against him. He'll handle this all right. I think this is a very live chance. 7-2, or he's 130 from 7-2.
This is number 2, Balanak. He's won on the very heavy ground. I remember seeing him beat a horse of ours, Taos, at Kempton. Very impressed with that day. I know you think this horse will run very well, Richard.
Yes, I do. He's been gelded since last year. He was favourite for the Triumph Hurdle, actually, and disappointed on that occasion. In fact, several of today's rivals did finish in front of him then, including Stomping. But I think you've got to ignore that. He came back afterwards and ran a blinder, and, as I say, has done a lot of work at home. He's fairly light-framed and comes to hand fairly quickly. David Gandolfo had a super season last year, and this horse showed then that he doesn't need a lot of racing. He won his first 3 races. Again, a live contender. 4s from 9-2, and he's in the colours of Bill Dorr.
Horse we're looking for now is Nashville Star, trained by Robin Matthew. In fact, he's trained on our gallops at home, this horse. I've seen him working regularly. Looks fairly well, looks as if just the race will just bring him on. Was trained by Mary Reevely, and he did win a hurdle race round here. He's a confirmed front runner, and Robin Matthew did have a horse in training with us at one stage, but obviously thinks he can do it better himself now. He's probably right. I think he's also got a horse down in with Paul Nichols as well. But he's been a wonderful buy for Robin. He loves his racing, Mr. Matthew, and see the horse with the blinkers on there, just to keep his enthusiasm up.
And the colours seen on Declan in the last race here, now on Jeff Hubbard's Tony McCoy rides. Strong Promise, nice horse, jumping bred, unlike most of these who have come off the flat. But this is a lovely strong gale gelding. Showed a bit of promise last year, and then this year on his first run at Toaster, totally different course from here, did the business. He's 14-1 from 16s. I think that he'll have a big future. May find 1 or 2 of these a bit sharp from here. Strong Promise, Tony McCoy. Good field, 8 runners trotting in, and they're not going to hang around. They all want to be up there, so good time to join Peter.
Thanks, Richard. 8 flights and they're away, and running towards the first. Strong Promise up there and Wishing. Strong Promise, Wishing and Nashville Star over on the far side. Strong Promise and Nashville Star now as they jump this flight. Strong Promise from Nashville Star, then Wishing, Clifton Beat over on the far side. Behind them comes Symbol of Success, and then Balanak and Cantavros Way, and Stompin'. And it's Strong Promise, the leader, from Nashville Star and Wishing. Clifton Beat on the inside of Cantavros Way, then Balanak, Symbol of Success, and Stompin' as they swing left-handed, go out in the country in this Flavel Leisure 4-year-old hurdle. 7,000 added. Strong Promise, the leader, from Nashville Star and Wishing. Cantaverous Way on the outside of Clifton Beat, and then comes Ballinac as they jump the second. Strong Promise by a couple of lengths from Nashville Star, then Wishing and Clifton Beat, Cantaverous Way, then Ballinac as they jump the third, then Stompin, and behind Stompin is Symbol of Success. A strong gallop here, and Strong Promise making it from Wishing, who's now gone second. Clifton Beat and Nashville Star together, then comes Ballinac and Cantaverous Way, and then Stompin. Finally, Symbol of Success over the fourth. Strong Promise, the leader over the fourth. Ballinac jumped that just a little bit stickily in fifth or sixth place. They're coming to the top turn now, and Strong Promise the leader from Wishing towards the left of the picture. Clifton Beat comes next, behind them Nashville Star, then Ballinac and Stompin as they race now towards the cross flight, and little between the two leaders, Strong Promise and Wishing on the outside. Clifton Beat is in third, Ballinac now four, just ahead of Nashville Star as they come down to the fifth. Strong Promise lands in the lead from Clifton Beat. A slight mistake there from Wishing. Ballinac improves a little bit towards the outside, and it's Strong Promise now from in second place Clifton Beat, who's travelling ominously well. Then comes Wishing, then Ballinac on the outside. Strong Promise the leader from Wishing and Clifton Beat. Then comes Ballinac as they come down now towards the third last flight. Strong Promise over on the far side. Clifton Beat in the centre. Ballinac towards the stand side, improving all the time. But it's Strong Promise from Clifton Beat. Getting back into it now is Wishing also as they come down towards the second last, a wide open race. Clifton Beat coming there on the near side to take it up now at the second last. Clifton Beat travelling smoothly towards the left of the picture. Clifton Beat lands in the lead there from Wishing and Ballinac. Ballinac challenging now. Ballinac the challenger to Clifton Beat, but it's Clifton Beat who's travelling smoothly still under the stands rails with less than 2 furlongs to run from Ballinac in the centre, and over on the far side Stompin, who's coming there as well. But Clifton Beat looks as though he just has to jump it. He does. He jumps it well. A mistake there by Wishing, and as they race up towards the line inside the final furlong, it's Clifton Beat in the colours of Des O'Connor being pressed all the time by Stompin as they race up towards the line, and Ballinac putting in a run over on the far side. But Clifton Beat is holding them all, and he's going to hold Wishing at the line. The winner is Clifton Beat, second is Wishing, and third is Stompin, and 4 Ballinac, and 5 came Strong Promise, and a long way back was Cantaverous Way, and behind him came Symbol of Success, and pulled up was Nashville Star. And so the result of the Flavel Leisure 4-year-old hurdle: first, number 3, Clifton Beat, owned by Mr. Des O'Connor, trained by Philip Hobbs and ridden by Graham McCourt. Second was number 8, Wishing, owned by Mr. A.D. Spence, trained by Reg Akehurst and ridden by Richard Dunwoody. And third, number 1, Stomp